All right. So we're live. Not a lot of preamble to this. It's just a follow up to our module play of not Pinnacle of the Griffin, not Peninsula. What's the other P word for
Plateau?
Plateau? There we go.
Plateau. There we go.
But the Pegasus Plateau. So we wanted to do more custom characters. Well, I certainly did. Wanted to do more custom characters, more custom approach, more, leaning into the your Glorantha may vary. So that's why we're here. Got a very brief slideshow, just to kind of stick to the key points that I'm interested in, but we can always add to it and go off the beaten path here. Anything we wanted to bring up or anything like that before we start? I should probably send you guys some blank character sheets, huh?
Yep,
sure.
that was what I was going to ask.
So yeah, one thing I wanted to talk about is whenever I do a session 0, I'm very scheduling centric. Like the schedule determines everything about kind of like how I want to play. So I hope we can talk about that significantly.
Yeah, I think that'll be relevant to our very first point there with the the quote unquote plots, the intentions there. Just get these over to you guys.
Cool.
I think there are better sheets. A lot of this won't be used from what we're doing. We're going to be doing an expedited form, a slightly expedited form of the character creation, because the whole I write my grandfather, my father's backstory, it's cool. And if you want to do that, go for it. Like we'll definitely like consider that. And you write that, you make that real, but it's not.
Sure, gotcha.
It doesn't necessarily need to be our character creation for me. And I'll actually post this as well because I have a fun idea that I like presenting. So just it's all in the Discord. So just getting going. I made a little list here inspired by Chris's list of characters that he posted up in the Discord. So like with Storm Bull, I like the idea of doing like Conan-esque against chaos in the wastelands over there in near Prax. The Yermal-centric game where it's Yermal messing with the ideas of authority and things like that. Whether or not, Mo, you play an authority agent or a crook as well, definitely interested in either or. Inspired, you brought up the Lankor My detective. There was an idea that the author Andrew Logan Montgomery was writing for a module called Nochet. I don't think it wasn't Nochet by Night. I forget what it was called, but it was that. It was the film noir Glorantha module. I just like the idea, like Mo was talking about maybe playing Humakti, which are also a law cult. So
gotcha. That could be like literally Law and Order, where it's the blue and the red characters. That's fun.
Yep. So, and Nochet, for context, is just like the big Asrolian city, the big Earth goddess city. So very affluent place, the big city, one of them. The mythic criminal underworld, which the idea of being the crime boss. I think it'd be a weird thing to play with because you're playing cultists of gods that typically kind of get their comeuppance or they win really hard.
Right.
That's the kind of the trend in myths where like either the crook is just like existing as a punishment for the whoever it is, right? Or the crook is always losing. So I think that
it's like gambling. You're always losing more than you win.
Yeah.
But like having that enforced by myth, quote unquote, I think that'd be a really weird thing to explore. That'd be really weird, quirky. And then the last one being the idea of the re-engineer, as you called it, expanding out, not expanding out, but like adapting conquered territory to fit the empire.
Yeah, man, thank you for listing all my crazy ideas.
Yeah, they were cool ideas, and so in as far as my pitches and your idea that you had initially, what are we kind of feeling as far as scope and what have you?
I guess I'll start talking about kind of like me and what I want and all that stuff, which is my kind of like, this may sound kind of like conservative, but like one thing I like to do is I like to have like some sort of like strong base that I understand fully and then kind of like extend outward into spaces I don't really get. So I guess what I'm saying is that I generally prefer a pulpier game. And I'm open to kind of like I mentioned that when I listed these ideas that I kind of like listed them as sort of like
pulp.
Yeah, so like the re-engineer would be kind of like the most Gloranthian thingy.
That'd be very strict, kind of like.
And this is like I was imagining that I would play the barbarian, just kind of like very like, oh, I'm a barbarian, and there's some Glorantha stuff, whatever. Like, so that's kind of like the way I'm approaching this, which is that like one thing I'm worried about is kind of like if we go too deep, we're gonna be playing a game where I'm like, I don't understand what's happening. I don't get what's happening. Okay, there's this thing, and that means this is a troll, but I don't know what trolls are. Like, so that's kind of one thing I'm kind of thinking about, which is that I would prefer to kind of like have a base that I can understand and then extend outward from.
Yeah, absolutely. And I could see how the lunar thing would be weird because it's like I'm a re-engineer. I'm an acknowledged re-engineer. So am I a cultist of the Seven Mothers or one of the Seven Mothers, or am I aware of the lunar way? You know, how into, so all those things I just said are probably like, what? Like that even as a concept is already like.
Yeah, and even kind of like when I was thinking about that, I was thinking about kind of like being a Roman engineer. So that would be kind of like, I also don't know much about that.
Exactly.
Where that's I feel like that's kind of hard to play, being a sort of like a legionnaire that's military or whatever.
So
so like
both the function of the occupation and the form in the setting, right? Both of those are already alien. So
yeah, they're both going to be weird. So I think that like I would love to. I think I would just kind of say right out like I love the last idea in the future. Like I don't want to do it for this game.
Experience the game. Absolutely.
Yeah. Something like that. I don't know. That's just how I'm feeling right now.
Yeah, that would be a very different angle. And I think that the way you described it is very good because like on that scale, at the top, like all of these are weird. Like all of these are like maybe the most familiar would be the Yermos game one, because that we kind of did that in the that was your character in the module, right? But like the way I have written these out, they would probably be pretty strange even for a Glorantha game or like a current year one, because I said the word prax right in the barbarians, right? Like that's it's like, well, praxis isn't really the focus of Glorantha right now, not yet anyway.
Okay.
In the game content, as it were. So,
all right.
All of these would already be weird, but I have.
Are you talking kind of like about the meta plot, or are you talking about something else?
Just like what Chaosium has been putting out. Like the main focus has been on Dragon Pass,
I see.
And really, practice isn't a part of Dragon Pass. Like it's stuff like that is what I mean.
Okay. So it would be basically it would be kind of like in the settings that are kind of like more wilder or like less specified, so you would be coming up with more.
Yeah, even if we were to do the Lunar Empire one, that's like you might be coming into Dragon Pass and like, you know, taking it and like adapting it, but even then you're coming from a different perspective. So it's a bit of a tangent, I apologize, but the I'm just saying that like either way, the form of this game is already going to be kind of strange, no matter what we do. And as far as what I have listed here, what about you, Mo? How you feeling?
So in terms of concepts, what is Yermal's game?
Yermal's game was going to be kind of like a follow-up or like a spiritual successor to the, in my mind, to the module that we played, where either Chris was going to play the Yermal and be the quirky guy who is dismantling structure or like meeting with chiefs and undercutting them, so they'll learn. And maybe you would do the same. You'd play a similar law-breaking character, or maybe it is a dynamic kind of like sitcom-y almost, where like he's your Yermal and you are like an Orlanth cultist, or you're a Humakti, and like you have this weird kind of buddy thing going on because Yermal was buddies to both of those gods.
Would that be like Xena Warrior Princess, where we would like go to like a town and then like we're fucking around with people? And like, there's a thing in the town. And
if it's double Yermal, then that'd be very, very. That is still high on the pulp meter, right? That's still right next to the Conan barbarians in the wasteland. So that's definitely a quirky, very like Elric. If you're doing a thing where like he's your sidekick, Yermal is the sidekick, as it were, to Orlanth or Humak. That'd be that. Or if you're double Yermal, like you said, and just screwing with people.
I'm kind of leaning towards those No Shed by Night or Mythic Criminal Underworld.
Mm-hmm.
Only because like so I guess in like the Mythic Criminal Underworld, exploring crime lords, however that work, the idea is like we might not know what's going on, and so we can kind of in character try to figure that out.
For my pitch for the Mythical Underworld one was that you guys were the crime lords.
Oh,
that you'd be playing the crime. That was the big thing, because the character that Chris pitched that inspired me for that one was a Yermal crime boss. So
or something like that. I was when I was thinking of that, like I have no idea if that fits RuneQuest at all, but it was like I was thinking of kind of like Ravnica, the setting where you've got the Dimir and you've got the Rakdos, where they've got kind of like different vibes of being criminals or whatever. But I have no idea if that fits.
No, it absolutely does, because like even in the perspective of like the rebels fighting against the Lunar Empire that are coming in, a lot of those rebels are still criminals. They're still like not good people, but people are like reluctant, even if we're looking at the meta plot, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like playing as the trickster crime lord could be interesting just as an angle of Yermal, but then that invites, well, what is Mo doing? What cultist is Mo? Is he also a Yermal, or is he some kind of weird like hyper, almost like Kingpin, but he's like a Humakti or something weird like that, like the lawful crime boss? Like what?
I'm gonna admit that's so like out of my wheelhouse. Like, playing a very an upper level character with like machinations, that's hard for me. Not that I couldn't do it or try, but it would be fun to be. If we were gonna do that dynamic, I'd want to be like an underling. Someone who does his Chris's bidding, which would be very cool.
Interesting. I don't know. So one thing is like I mentioned that kind of like one thing that informs kind of like what I want to do is the scheduling. Like, are we going to do like a strong through line of like 7 weekly games into that's like the campaign, or is it kind of like we are meeting when we can? Because I would want to do kind of like more pulpy and episodic if we were doing meeting when we can, versus kind of like if for
the Grand Quest.
Yeah, for specifically for like the mystery.
Yeah.
If you created this somehow, this crazy Glorantha mystery with all these details, and then it was like we need to assemble the clues or something like that. Like I would not want to play that once a month. You know what I mean? Like,
right. No,
I would just like it would just pop out of my head entirely.
Yeah, my desire is to do it weekly. I think we all three of us all have weekends pretty free or flexible enough, kind of thing, that we can fit something into these weekends. So ideally weekly.
Yeah, I can do. I usually can probably do Sundays, and I can do Saturday evenings. I do have. I usually have stuff Saturday mornings though. So I don't know when it comes to scheduling what we're doing, and if we want to hash this out on stream or what we want to do.
My Saturdays are pretty open, and then Sunday evenings work for me.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. And in as far as if it does turn out to be the grand mystery, if we do like the criminal game or the detective game, I would still feel pretty confident in like the presentation. Like it would be like, you know, individual mysteries may be overshadowed by the larger plot, quote unquote, larger mystery of whatever's going on. So, you know me, I'm the blue ball GM. So it's like as long as we get those cool those lead-up mysteries, hey, I'm happy. We don't need the final climax kind of thing. Yeah. That's me.
So like I think when it comes to me, like I'm about the detective vibes and the role-playing investigations. I'm not like Dom, why doesn't this fit together like a perfect puzzle? That we found all the like. I'm kind of like more interested in the vibe than the mystery solving role investigation to find clues. And, you know, not that sort of side of it, to be honest.
Have you seen what is it, Sin City? Any of the Sin City movies?
I have a long time ago.
Yeah, it's very noir, and stuff kind of just happens.
Yeah. I remember though. It's like kind of like, okay, we've got these larger than life characters. We don't have like, all right, take this to the lab. What's the fingerprints on this?
As far as like having fun with it goes, I lean more into the barbarian one or the Not Shit by Night.
Okay.
I think that both of those would kind of the most experimental is definitely the Underworld one, because that would be like you said, like you'd be playing high rung characters. And that would be.
Well, I feel like that's always just hard to do in TTRPGs in general, where it's like, oh, I'm ordering this guy around. Do I use my character sheet at all in this game or no? Like, so I agree. So why don't we kind of like by mutual agreement cross some of these off?
Sure.
So I would say let's cross off the lunar one and the underworld one.
Okay.
Just because like I feel like those are aspirational, you know what I mean? Where it's like that I kind of agree. Mo, you said like it's difficult to play a character with machinations. Like I feel like I can do it for a little while, but it's gonna be like it just runs into the thing, which is like if I'm ordering these people around to do this stuff, like well, what's the game like for me? Like coming up with clever orders or like
right.
So
it would be much more zoomed out, which is an appeal, right? It's not.
Yeah, like I guess you could make a game where I'm like negotiating with these people or that people, but that in all honesty, games like that aren't really my taste. So in terms of what I would want to play, given what we've said, I would say Notch It by Night. Yep. That sounds fun to me.
Yeah, that's the one I was leaning towards as well.
Yeah, because like Yermo's game would be cool, but I kind of just did that a little bit, and it would also be kind of like it sounds like Mo's character would be kind of you would have to mirror. You have to be a Yermo too, or we would have to have like the dueling personalities,
or complementary. Like I said, you can do the side the sidekick thing.
He's the good, bad, and the ugly. He's the good. I'm the ugly, or something like that. So I think it could work. I think this the Notch at Might Night seems like a different thing. I
agree. Yeah.
I think that the kind of like seeing these guys bound more into like a specific location and specific responsibilities would be cool.
Yeah.
I also like I don't know. I was ideating a little bit about what a detective would look like in Glorantha. Yeah. I was thinking about that, so I got some ideas brewing. I don't know.
It helps that the freaking the Link or Me or Link or My, they all have weird hat style. They all have their bowler hats for some reason.
Oh, they do. I don't know the background. I just basically read the runes thing.
No, that's what I was saying when I saw you suggest the Link or My detective. I was like, all right, this is already perfect. And you'll see when we get to the rune magic, you'll see how challenging, I guess, it'll be for me to make a detective with a Link or My in the party, right? When you have the crazy magic. So I'm definitely looking forward to it.
Well, I mean, I would argue that since the Link or My, or I forget, because there's like magics related to like getting knowledge and truth, I'd say that probably makes it a little bit easier.
It's gonna be hard for me.
Oh,
it's gonna be hard for me as the GM making the mysteries.
Yeah.
So in as far as character creation goes, and I'll bring up the actual core book in a moment. But there are just a couple things that need to be talked about. So in as far as power level is concerned, I have basically a few options. So remembering that advancement in this game is significantly easier the better your attributes are, and you do have starting attributes that influence your skills and everything. So I would say, despite it being BRP, attributes in RuneQuest are insane when they're high. So, but you still don't feel too bad when they're low. Weirdly. So the game as written suggests 3d6, traditional AD&D kind of vibes, with 2d6 plus 6 for int and size, because base level human intelligence and size are 8. You can't be a hyper midget or stupid. There's a certain base level intelligence. I have for my when I soloed in the past, when I solo play, I basically cheat and give a flat plus and plus because of solo gaming. So I do suggest that.
Okay.
But kind of besides both of that, we could also do a thing where whatever you roll is what you roll. Maybe we do it in order, depending on how you feel. And then if your total is less than 95, you add up until you hit 95 total points between all your attributes. So, because again, this is supposed to feel pulpy. You're not supposed to feel weak. You're supposed to feel right.
So if we do like, okay, I'll just ask the kind of the obvious question that comes to mind is like, do the stats matter to what cult you're gonna do? Like are
not the attributes? No.
Okay.
No.
Okay, yeah, I guess I'm asking is like, should I roll randomly and then pick a cult that makes sense for the attributes? No, probably not, right? Or maybe I could. Or
I think the deciding factor is maybe the occupation, because you like what your occupation you want it to be. Because you could play a Link or My who has a background as a soldier,
right?
Watson, right? So, or you can pick and choose, right? It's like, what I would say to that is just like, what do you want the dice to kind of help you make your decision for who the character is, or do you want to, do you have a better idea in your head already?
I don't know, because a lot of times it's when I'm faced with this sort of question, it's like, how do I mangle the rules to make a character that's good at the shit that I want him to do?
Right.
So one solution to that is just like, I just roll randomly and then my character is good at some stuff, and then that's my character. But I think if we're doing. I don't know. I'm not sure yet.
Sure. So if the point of contention is like, well, who is my character, and then I'll figure it out from there. We can definitely take a look at that first. So, as far as cults go, so if you're not set on Link or Mai, that might be a consideration. So here, let me go.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can say that I think I want to play a
Humoct
kind of related character. So someone who's attuned with death, and doesn't necessarily want to kill people, but know, is not has to kill people. is very willing to use that as an option.
Gotcha.
Doesn't mean rampant. But
gotcha. So are you when it comes to like the frame that we're doing of the detectives or something, do you have a specific idea of what type of character in that you would be doing? Or
I thought I'd be kind of like the bad cop.
Okay, gotcha.
Basically, their solution is just going to be, well, we should go in there and solve the problem right now, which is probably going to be bad.
Gotcha. Right. Okay.
Maybe I need someone to
well,
give me alternative solutions to those problems.
I want to say, like, I'm all for kind of like laying down aspects of that dynamic. I like that a lot, where we kind of like we have a very pulpy, obvious thing to fall back on. If the RuneQuest gets too crazy. Yeah, I think that makes sense. So let me think about how I want to do it, because I could like, are we part of the cops? Are we kind of like?
It could be like a joint temple of like truth cults. So it's like a subcult that exists. It's a subcult that exists in Nochet as a way to kind of like handle investigations and crimes in the city and local area.
Yeah, because I may want to kind of like rip off the wire and kind of make there like a administrative dimension of like, turn in your badge, boss, that stuff, like have that. So that could be kind of like something. The other one is just kind of like we're wild cards, where we've got our own agency, you and me, where it's like we're solving crimes of our own wherewithal, but
bringing our own sense of justice.
Absolutely.
Mo, do you want to have an administrative aspect, or do you want to be basically like, do you want to have a police chief scold you?
Do you want it to be officiated by the city?
I don't have a problem with that.
Okay.
I think that's cool.
It's a different type of pulp, right? It's either the pulp of the police chief and getting scolded, then stay in your lane kind of thing, or is it more kind of wandering lawmen, more Wild West kind of thing?
I like having more things to fall back on. I wouldn't. This is going to sound silly, but it's like I wouldn't trust my own randomness. So having to reel in the reins a little bit, or have NPCs or another character that kind of
well, it's also like I really like being part of some sort of society for a quest, for a concept like this, which is like I'm gonna have pressures coming from above, or I can start trying to influence other people above me, or there's just kind of like having this big engine of all these different NPCs that I have relationships with. So yeah. I like the idea of I like this joint cult idea a lot.
I do too. Yeah.
I do too.
It lets us introduce, like, or me introduce, or whoever wants to bring it up, like other cults too. Like, if we've got some. Yeah. I have not read this book. We've got some Sun Boys coming in, and they're going to bring their own law. You know.
Yeah.
Who do they think they are?
Yeah. So I like. I do like that a lot. Okay.
Because I was thinking I could play like an executioner type character where it's like, we know that these people that committed this crime has to die, and I'm going to be the one to bring it to them.
Right.
But
so you kind of like have a license to kill, is what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. Well, it's like I'm imagining a Dirty Harry, where it's like Moe's character gets scolded for not killing more.
Yeah. Absolutely. You let them go?
Yeah.
That could definitely happen.
That's dread, yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I think what I can so I'll kind of like talk about some ideas that I was having for the character. I don't know how well the mechanics or the lore support this, so these are just random ideas. So like I was imagining that they would be kind of like they would be a detective, so they would be searching stuff, they would be examining stuff, so kind of like observing and finding patterns, just like a bog standard detective. But there would also be like a dimension where I can smell rune magic, so I can kind of like I can touch the air, and that there's like this effervescent vapor of chaos, something like that.
That's very interesting.
So like that would be kind of like the shamanistic dimension to my character, but then there would be also kind of like I would do it either as kind of like an odor or seeing kind of like sparkles in the air or something like that.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's supported. I'm pretty sure that is a general rune spell to detect the attunement of somebody else, but we can expand the somebody to things.
Yeah. So I was just imagining my character like going to the crime scene and then like sitting cross-legged and drinking ayahuasca, like try to like, okay, well, wait a second, there's a scent of chaos here, and it's significant, and like, so I was imagining that sort of activity that my character could do.
Absolutely.
So that was and I think it might be fun if I'm kind of like bookish to contrast with Moe's character, so I could be kind of like one of the scribes that was holed up in a cell copying stuff. By the way, are there scrolls or books? Okay, so scrolls. Okay, yeah. So I would be a guy that's copying scrolls, and I'm like well read. I guess that makes sense in the Iron Age.
You're literate. Mo might not even be literate.
Yeah. I guess that, but you get what I'm saying. We could fit the vibe is I'm the bookish investigator guy, you're the executioner man of action, and we're teaming up together in the combined truth temple. I think that makes sense. I think when it comes to character creation, then I would probably like, there's no way I could roll to be too stupid to read or something like that. Or how does it work?
Reading is a skill, it's not an attribute.
Okay. All right. It's not like it's not like Dungeons and Dragons where you get bonus languages and stuff.
No, it's a magical attunement. It's easier if you're smart. You get a bonus, but you can still be able to read if you're just
okay. So regardless, I actually what I want to do is, I guess my preference would be from what you posted to do the Dom steroids.
Sure, the big stats.
And
all right,
if it turns out that I'm stronger than I am smart, like that doesn't necessarily have to inform my personality. Like I want to have kind of like
you can be twice as smart as you are strong, and I can be twice as strong as I am smart.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying if I roll otherwise, if I roll like, I'm a big strong guy.
We'll swap them around. Yeah.
Yeah, we could swap them around, or we could just roll with them. Like I'm strong, but I love books.
Yeah, absolutely. That could be a fun dynamic. So yeah, if you want just to see what the dice say and then go from there, that I don't have.
I think that's what I would want to do. Is
sure.
Probably do Dom's roids, but have a bias towards keeping them rather than ad hoc swapping them around or something.
Yep.
Dom's roids in order.
Dom's roids in order. Okay.
That's what I would want to do. But that's just I don't know what Mo wants to do.
That sounds cool.
All right. Yeah, the idea for Dom's roids too is that it's meant for fewer players because what I like to do with the larger groups, like maybe just like one more, like 3 or maybe 4, is that this bar is set by whoever rolls the highest. So whoever rolls the highest, then you add up to whatever they ended up getting. Their total.
I see.
So it's just a little awkward with 2 people if we do that. But in that case, if you guys want to go ahead and roll in order and swap them around if you want, or Mo, if you don't want to do an order, then roll them on the side.
Yeah. So it's strength, con, size, dex, int, pow, charisma. All right. So it's just 2d6 plus 6, and then plus 12 for int and size.
Yep.
Okay.
6 plus 12 instead. Yeah.
Well, I'll just start going.
The reason why int and size are different is those are kind of like, you don't want to be like an animal level or like
right. The minimum for a human is 8.
I see.
And we can change it back to 2d6 plus 6 to keep that consistent. But I just figured that. I mean, we could do that in all reality, but it'll just go the way it is.
Sure.
I'm not wildly concerned, just because it's like, the stats feel good when they're bigger, but they're not going to make or break death. You know, if you get stabbed in this game, you die.
Gotcha.
Okay. Cool can I just roll them all out and then decide where I want them to go?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. If you want to roll them on the side and then allocate them, that's cool.
All right.
So we're not using the bar.
Oof.
We're just using big dice.
Big.
All right.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. 3 more. Too many tabs. Holy smokes! That's a 10. That's pretty big. That's pretty lame. That's 4. All right, 1 more. That's an 8. All right, I got all my numbers. Now I just need to
Oh, whoops. No.
figure out where they should go.
Sure. Here, let me not keep you in the dark. So when you're actually making the character and you're looking at like derivative stats, because that's the way this works. Let's see here. For one thing, you're going to get a +2 bonus depending on your highest rune, and a +1 to your second highest rune. So if you have your highest rune as air, then you're going to get a +2 to strength. But the skill category modifiers are modified depending on different stats and different intervals. So when you hit 13 and 17, you get, and then 21, you get increments of 5.
I'm sorry, Dom. I wasn't listening. I was rolling.
I also wasn't sharing my screen like I meant to.
Okay.
So when allocating your stats, something to keep in mind so you're not in the dark is what is actually modified by them, in addition to like other stuff. But your skills are modified at intervals of 13 and 17. So those are the breaking points. So if you're like,
okay,
well, where should this go? Like, okay, I want a bigger modifier here or there.
Okay.
So if you want to play a very magically bent character who's good at meditation, that's power and charisma, for example.
Gotcha.
A warrior probably wants high manipulation, which is strength, dex, int, pow.
Strength, int,
Strength, dex, int, and pow.
Oh, okay.
The smarter you are, the better you are with a sword. Weird thought.
Skill, I guess.
Yep.
Okay, so I rolled my stats, and I would prefer to keep them in order. Okay. So then we have. Sorry, should I be calculating these derivative stats now?
If you want to. Otherwise, it's just a matter of like. Oh, you said you liked where they go. Never mind. It's not immediately relevant then. If you like where they are.
Sure. I assume I like where they are, unless I'm fucking crippled. So I guess I have low charisma. What does that? That affects communication.
Charisma affects communication. It also affects your maximum amount of spells, spirit magic spells, specifically. So whatever your charisma value is the number of spirit magics and sorceries you can have total.
Okay, I'm going back on what I said. I want to swap. Okay.
It also affects whether or not you can become rune ranked. If you're not charismatic, no one's going to respect you as a paladin or a cleric, right?
Which I'm tanking my charisma, but I kind of like that as an idea.
Yeah.
For my character.
And they can improve. That's one thing to kind of look at. As written, the charisma can actually improve on its own when like you do great feats of strength and people know who you are. I think that's fucking stupid. I think that's
that sounds a little strange.
I can decide that you have that was so cool. Have more charisma. Like
Okay, I'm gonna go back on what I said, and I want to, rather than doing an order, I'm gonna swap my constitution and my charisma.
Sounds good.
So I'm a little bit more sickly, but
what is your constitution now?
My constitution is 9.
Okay.
What's the bonus? Can you go back to your roid bonus?
What do you mean?
It's in your presentation.
I know, but which one are you asking about? Juggle screens.
And the modifier, like the plus, which ones? It's +6, and then what are the other ones that get plus?
So all of them except for int and size are 2d6 + 6.
Okay.
And then int and size are 1d6 + 12.
Oh shoot. Okay. That's different than I thought.
Yeah.
I will fix that.
Wait, what does that say? It says charisma determines all your runes?
I doubt it. Where do you see that?
Just scroll up.
No, okay, so your rune, so if your darkness rune is your highest rune, you can get a +2 to size or charisma. So yeah.
Okay, I see. Okay. Well, cool. I guess I swapped those two, so I modified it. I swapped Constitution and Charisma.
Cool.
What do I do next?
I shouldn't have done it this way. I was just like, oh, I'll just roll, like I'll just redo my int and size roll. Like I'll just redo it. Like it couldn't possibly be, be that good. I got 2 6s for both of them. So which means that they both be 18.
Yeah, do it.
There you go.
Do it, baby.
It's insane.
Don't get stabbed.
I'm just letting you know that's what happened.
Yeah, do it.
Okay.
We're superheroes.
Yep.
We're pulp
I mean, I think that's in a game that alleges that. I think that's appropriate. I don't think 3d6 quite gets that across.
Yeah.
It's good to know that's the average guy, but are we playing the average guy?
Right.
We're cheating. We're cheating. the actual as written attributes is something like, if you roll beneath 90, take a +2. I'm like, I can roll a lot. I can roll pretty far beneath 90. I'll be honest.
But so I guess I have my numbers. I guess. Sweet.
So the follow-up here will be your runes. So we have to determine where you're... Actually, let's decide this first. Okay, getting ahead of myself. Your homeland. So where your character is originally from, which will be a little complicated, but we have little blurbs here that I think will be fine for seasoned role players. So Sartar is Protagonistville. It's the focus. It's the king, Great Kingdom, Storm Worshippers, Humakti, a lot of Sartarites in there. The Matriarchy of Isrolia, that's where the game's going to be taking place in Nochet, so it wouldn't be inappropriate to be from here, be local. Grazelanders, they're the horse guy in the module. They're on the opposite side of Dragon Pass, basically. They're kind of like steppe people, like the kind of Mongolian-esque. I think there's a more European one that I'm forgetting the name of, but steppe people. Praxians, desert. They're tough. Most of them belong to some kind of animal tribe. They're barbaric. They're like the barbarian people a lot of the time. They ride freaky animals. Shamans. Yeah, all the subdivisions. Lunar versus Old Tarsh. I don't think we met any in the module. Well, we met the Lunar Lady. So you're from the lunar, a populated lunar land, which would for a Lankor Mai and a Humakti, that'd be very strange, but that's possible. Old Tarshite, there are conquered people that basically fled to the mountains. They're kind of like Sartarites, but a little bit of Israeli. They're kind of like a middle ground, almost, from my perspective, at least. A little bit more primitive, but they have a much more earth going on than a Sartarite.
Okay. If I want to play a literate guy, it sounds like I probably want to be the first two, right?
Any of the above. The most appropriate would probably be Isrolia. The big cities.
Right.
I thought I was making it up when I thought that Nochet was the biggest city in Glorantha, but apparently that is the case. So, yeah. And any of them can have kind of literate people, even pracs to some degree, because you're a part of the cult, right? You're a part of the my cult that teaches literacy, who made literacy.
Yeah. This is hard.
It is. Here, if we're looking at Isrolia and Sartar, then we can take a look at the cults, for example.
Right. So I do like the idea that I'm essentially a transfer. I'm just gonna do police memes the entire thing. I do like the idea that I transfer from the hinterlands.
From the Grazelands?
Well, no, the hinterlands as kind of like Sartar? A category, as like someplace isolated.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to be able to read and be bookish. So I think I want to be transferred from Sartar.
Cool.
So basically let's see. A mountainous kingdom make of storm-worshipping hill tribes united by the royal house of Sartar. Sartar recently liberated. Began the Hero Wars, Kalar Stormbrow, hotbed of magical questing, petty feuds, and would-be heroes. So I'm a initiate. Well, actually, have we decided we're initiates, right?
Yeah, I think we're doing initiates. Unless you guys want to do lay members who don't have your badges yet.
I think I probably want to be an initiate.
Yeah, right? I think we're
Explain Prax to me again.
The barbarian nomads reside in the Chaparral Plains, east of Dragon Pass. They ride animals.
They ride animals.
But they also have a very rich, crazy lore to them. But they're more primitive. Do they mention? I don't even think. Oh yeah, they have the subcults, not subcults. The common cults are going to be the savage ones. So no Huma. Oh, Paul Joni. Yeah, they're a bit more. They're horse riders, so they're a bit more civilized, a bit more sargery.
That'd be kind of cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're sometimes considered one of the tribes of Sartar.
The bastard tribe. Why are they a bastard tribe? So
okay.
I don't know.
Can you go back up to the whatchamajig, the Sartar? Okay, Mountainous Kingdom, Storm Worshipping Hill Tribes. Okay, so this is this kind of like distinguished from kind of like the people that live in yurts and they're kind of like they live in the steppes and stuff. So this is
mountain
like
steppe. Yeah, they are different from them. Yeah, they are.
Okay, so there'd be like forts and like structures or.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
They have. Yeah, well maintained. They have a lot of cities, a lot, quote unquote, but they have a good handful. They're pretty well to do.
Gotcha. But then you contrast that with the rich and civilized land where we're actually going to adventure.
Exactly, because Asrolia has had a handful of trouble there, but it wasn't like annihilated like Dragon Pass was, or like Sartar was with the dragons. I don't believe like Sartar was wiped out like not too long ago, like maybe 200, 300 years maybe. Probably more than that, but yeah, it had like an extinction event basically.
Interesting. Okay, so like, all right, I think let me lock in Sartar.
Cool. They're also more magical, right? The vibe of hero questing is kind of their thing,
right?
In Sartar, everybody kind of hero quests, but like it's a cultural thing there.
I see. Gotcha.
What does it say about the Grayslands, like the Earth people? What's their cultural stereotype?
Earth and the sun. A little bit. They're kind of like a weird middle ground. I don't completely get them myself. They're very pompous. They don't like those walkers, those walking people.
Innately superior to all groundsmen. Well, wait, why is that?
Their peasants and their slaves are groundsmen. All of them just stay on their horses.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
It's like they're very, very prideful of their horses. That's why they have. That's part of the reason why the Poljoni are kind of mistreated in Prax, because like horse riders are like stay over there, stay with the Grayslands. We don't want you here.
Well, okay. Could I, maybe this will be figured out later, but could I be like from the Grayslands, but not one of the upper echelon people?
Yeah, you could have been a slave. You could have been a slave or like a peasant, otherwise a serf. And severed yourself, as is required for Humakti.
Yeah.
Set out.
Yeah, let's do that.
Cool. So you have a bit of baggage.
Some resentment that'll probably, well,
resentment towards people in power. That he should be over because he's severed from his past, but
we may be. I may be drilling down on something that I don't know if there's good answers for, but like, if I'm trying to picture the structures in this world, we're doing Iron Age structures.
Iron Age
cities. So what the fuck does that look like? Okay, I can imagine a castle. It's got crenulations and there's a guy with a bow on top of it. But what does that mean for kind of like this? Should I be thinking of like Gardens of Babylon, or like
a lot of Babylon?
Okay, because I
a lot of Mesopotamia.
When the pandemic started, I was briefly on a Sumerian kick, and I read a whole lot about Sumeria, and it was like, this is the highest high holy temple of Ur, and it's like a 10-foot by 10-foot room. Like, well, I guess that if the biggest city in Sumeria had 20,000 people, like that actually makes sense. So like, I'm trying to kind of like we're kind of doing an urban campaign, but it's
what does that look
Bronze
like?
Age urban. So I don't.
Yeah.
So, do you have any visual aids that can help?
Yeah, I'll end up posting up a handle because there is a fan made supplement for Nutshell. So anything I dig into that book and find for you guys, I'll post it up. Maybe I'll make a little Pinterest board. But yeah, it's Sumerian, Bronze Age kind of structures. Mm-hmm. That's wild. The stuff like that. This is more solar cults. This is in Prax. It's New Pathos.
Yeah, that looks like Sumeria, right?
Wow.
That looks the kind of like he's got the squat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's pretty common. That vibe right there. Let's see here. Do they have a picture of Johnstown? So this is kind of like the main hub in the starter set box, and you can kind of see there that it's all. Ooh. It's the same similar vibe, you know. You got a little bit of like Greek buildings there, but the walls are all of the Bronze Age kind of vibe. They got a dwarf tunnel there.
Oh wow, these are great pictures.
Yeah, that's RQG.
Gotcha.
So if we need more visual aids, then I'll definitely dig them up. Here we go.
Oh, there we go.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yeah, cool.
But
oof. Yeah, I'm just getting. I'm ideating already. Like I'm liking the idea of this character where like maybe they sometimes have flashbacks to when they were a slave and like they have to struggle with that to forget it.
Or like you must bring him alive. I can't do that. Yeah, why? Why? You'll enslave him. What? Killing him is a big some weird stuff.
Yeah. Okay. I'll keep that in mind. I'll see if I can incorporate kind of that idea.
All right.
Okay. So we got our numbers, characteristics, or at least I do.
Mm-hmm. Yep, else? I do too.
What do I need to do now?
So as far as on the passions section of the character sheet, just go ahead and note these down. For the Humaki, they might be a little weird. You might want to like rewrite them. I don't know, because you severed yourself, right? So what's up with that? But for the time being, for the Sardar, just note these down. You're loyal. You love your family, loyal to your clan and tribe.
Maybe I'll invert them or something.
Mm-hmm. And as a Grayslander, love family, loyal to clan, and loyal to either the Feathered Horse Queen or the Luminous Stallion King, which I don't know if that exists right now. I don't remember.
The Horse Queen does, right?
The Horse Queen absolutely, but I rarely see the Luminous Stallion King.
Okay. I don't know who that is. Cool. I took a screenshot of those, so
cool. We're skipping family history. We'll come back to that.
Okay, we're gonna come back to it.
Yeah, there's a book that massively expands sorcery in the game, and it conveniently just has like a section that's like replace your background generation for this, and it's like a general table. It's not like sorcerers only kind of thing.
Gotcha. Okay.
We'll hit that up at the end because it does require stat rolls basically. So in addition to your starting passions, your elemental runes are different. So for the Sardarite, plus 10 air, just as a base. And as a Grayslander, your fire sky is higher.
Yeah, that tracks. Probably keep that one just because that makes sense.
The brain rune. And if we need any explanations for the runes, we can come back to that. But basically here, or not come back to, but let me know if you need any explanations. But you have a 60%, a 40%, and a 20% to allocate between your elemental runes, which is that wheel.
Okay.
It said fire sky. Does it mean fire and air, or does it mean fire?
Fire sky. It's fire. It's the fire sky. It's not air. It is not air.
It's not air.
Okay. It's not air.
Yeah, it's because of lore reasons.
Yeah. This is the fire rune. This is the sky rune.
Okay. I do have some questions here.
Yep.
So I looked through all the pre-mades, and I kind of looked at all the runes. Do the runes have the runes were drawn in a circle?
Yes.
So do those have affinity with each other, or is it just like?
It's just a pretty circle.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a.
They do have arrows, so there's a little that's a little suspicious.
The order is weird too, because they're not even in order in as far as the typical creation myth. It's chaos born darkness, born water, born earth, born fire sky, and then air showed up. So it's not even in that order.
It's not in that order. Okay, so that's irrelevant.
Yeah, exactly.
So when it comes to picking these, do I? What the fuck does it mean? is this something that I was born with, or is this?
Yeah,
like...
I think of runes as, especially starting runes, as your DNA. So it's like this is familial. This is destiny, whatever you want to call it. This is inherent to you. Whereas the power runes, the ones that are dichotomized, that's more like psychology. For me. Like how you approach things.
Okay, so this is kind of like, this is not, choosing the elemental runes is not related to my character's cognition, really. It's related to, well,
slightly,
the cognition,
right?
The cognition reflects the runes don't reflect the cognition. Or, I don't know.
You do get an intelligence bonus if you go into Fire Sky. Fire Sky, that's your highest. That is the rune of intellect. That is the smart boy rune.
Right. So my question is like, is it stupid to play against type here?
No, not at all.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like Odysseus, right? It's like, oh, he was this hero. He's also a trickster.
Like, not. And when I say play against type, not only just like the personality that I have envisioned, but also the my cult, right? Like, because I should be picking one that's associated with my cult, right? Or
for the runes,
usually,
not really. You could be any how you express your cult is just kind of like who you've identified with, right? It's like, this is my job. I've taken up this occupation. I'm going to be a Lankarmai scholar. That's me. But my approach might be a little different, and that might be influenced by my runes, right? Like as long as you do your job to the cult and you honor your god, there's not a lot of like, unless like there's something weird. Like I want to join the cult of Yelm, and my highest rune is darkness. So I'm a cruel glutton and I'm a bastard. Like, why are you here? You can make it work, but what does that even look like? And then that's the fun question, right? It's like, well, what does that look like?
Okay, interesting. Can you scroll down for these little personality things?
For the power runes?
No, just for Moon and
there.
Interesting. Oh, the pineal gland association. That's funny.
My third eye.
Yeah. So the Moon rune, that is not necessarily associated with the Lunar Empire, or
it is. That is them. Before the Red Goddess ascended, the Moon rune existed, quote unquote, maybe, but absolutely after she ascended, it became like a thing. A lot of people don't even acknowledge it, right? I'm sure it says it here. It was destroyed in the Gods' War, but then when she returned, it resurfaced, quote unquote. So.
Okay, this is actually, that's a great point. You mentioned that it's not acknowledged. Like, does my character understand that he's got runes? Or I think so
it's all intuitive.
Okay. So this is like interesting. I'm gonna have to think about that too.
It's like a Myers-Briggs test that you all just know by heart.
Okay. Gotcha. Ooh. Huh.
As a Humakti mode, you get this. This is a Humakti exclusive sense. Sense assassin.
Assassin. Nice.
Yeah. Well, dude.
That's weird. Why am I sensing myself?
You're an executioner. You're not an assassin. You're not an underhanded weirdo.
No.
I'm an upfront weirdo.
Hey, just want to let you know you're gonna die, and I'm gonna kill you.
I get you.
What?
Humak said so.
And we're just reading these. Like, what are we doing here?
So you have to pick. You have to pick 60, 40, 20.
60, 40, 20.
60, 40, 20 among three of them. Yeah. What are we doing here?
Sorry, I must have missed it. Oh boy. And these are the elemental affinities.
These are the elementals. Yeah, we're not touching power yet. We will in a moment.
Okay, so I gotcha. So that's very strange. So you mentioned playing against type, but I know my type, right? So that'd be.
Yeah, and it's like if you want the rune to inspire you and be like, maybe I'm not a hyper intelligent guy, and like I'm all chaste and pure, but I am very capricious. I'm a little weird in my approach and experiment a lot. Maybe as high water. Yeah.
And the highest one, you get a bonus to your stats.
You get whatever the highest elemental rune is, you get a +2 to that characteristic, and the second highest gets a +1.
Mm.
And of course, in play, you use these to augment, and these are kind of guidelines for how you augment with them.
Earth, terrestrial. Okay, I understand. Which one was this? Which category was Sense Assassin under?
Air.
Oh, okay. All right. I understand.
Okay, I think I'm gonna be moon, and fire sky.
Cool.
And then something else, maybe water.
You will have some bonus points to add at the end.
Or air. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so I'll do. I'm gonna assign 60 to moon, 40 to air, or 40 to fire sky, and then 20 to air.
Cool. This man thinks outside the box.
What's that?
He thinks outside the box. He's not.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think kind of like that's the personality described here sounds very detective-y in a little ways. Like,
yeah, you can't just
freeing,
go off of
freeing people from ignorance.
Sure, yeah. I see.
Yeah. And then the air is the
that's interesting.
affinity that I deny.
I'm a little hot-headed sometimes.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Okay, you made a little comment about the distinction between fire and sky and how that's political. Can you explain that?
Yeah, that's an important detail.
So I don't get it myself. Don't have the book open. So it's like,
okay,
the game doesn't really mechanically illustrate this very well. I guess you could argue that like you might not be chaste or pure, and you could be idealistic, right? And still be intelligent and perceptive. Because like when we talk about fire sky, we also talk about, of course, Yelm, which is the god emperor, right? You got Corpse Yelm.
Okay.
But then you have his older brother who's like hyper. I am beyond everything. I am so high on my own shit that I can't perceive what's below me. And here we go. His cultists stare into the sun until they go blind and gain wisdom, just like moth priests. Anyway, Whoa, let's not look at that. That's not. We're on stream. We can't look at. So low drill is the definition of like, fucking around. Like he's literally the god who bore. He's the penis god. Like he's like hyper male fertility god, basically.
Okay.
So you can be. You wouldn't really call him Sky like his older brother, like the hyper chaste one, but he's very idealistic, right? Pure in a way.
I see.
Nicholas, hold on.
Okay, I think I get it. So basically, you're saying that there's kind of like a fire sky itself is kind of like a yin yang.
In a weird way, yeah. Like some people might not call it fire or not call it sky.
Like the basically the sky is like the pure beyond the world part, and the fire is
below the heat, because that's how the
world part.
It's the world part. It's because all of these runes, to confuse people even further, all have like subdivisions that aren't often talked about, and they don't have mechanical representations necessarily. Like fire and sky could be boiled down into or distilled into heat or light. Darkness, shadow, and cold. Right? You can kind of like disperse them further. So fire sky has a weird like thing where it's kind of already implying that distillation.
Okay, and that would be kind of like when I was doing the Yermal character, it was like Yermal is the god of transformation and also of disguising and also of trickery, and so you could say like, oh, I really want to be the trickery guy, and I don't like transformation.
Absolutely, that could be You're not ignoring Yermal or the rune. It's just that you have a focus within it, and I don't think a lot of the power runes have those same distillations, but nothing says that you can't.
Okay, so I think. Okay, so looping back to my original question, which is this political or not? Like, so Sartar, are they fire or are they sky, or is it like
Sartar is air?
Right, it's air, but like.
Oh, what do they respect from the?
Yeah, I guess.
Probably neither, but they. I guess what they would probably the sky, right? Because the big thing is that the big thing is that Orlanth's father ripped land from sky. So if a Sartarite would refer to fire sky, they'd probably call it sky. If that answers your question, the sky rib.
Yeah, kind of. I think my guy's definitely sky rather than fire.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just because of the kind of like the whatever archetype personality that I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it's not a case where it's like, what the hell are you talking about, fire?
Yeah,
we don't say that around here. Or...
There are always stupid people, but it's not going to start any gang wars. You know, they might be like, hold up, brother. It's not going to be comical. Like, what'd you say?
Yeah.
As much fun as I want to have with the Glorantha gang war.
Sure. Okay. Blue, but, okay. I think I've locked it in. So I've got moon, sky, and air, and I get the Sartar bonus to air as well.
Perfect. And Yumo, you feeling comfortable with your choices?
I think so. I mean, I was hoping we could, I don't know. It's fine. I've got pretty big air, pretty big earth, and fire.
Cool.
And if I change it between now and when we start, that might we'll see what happens.
Yeah, that's more than fun. Yeah. So with those 60, 40, 30s decided, now we have the power runes / form power runes. So 2 sets are going to be 75-25. So all of them are 50-50. They have to be dual, right?
Right.
But 2 sets you're going to pick 75-25. And for your cults, this is the important part because technically you need to meet a certain level of the cult to be an initiate.
Okay.
So for Humak, I think it's 60%. So you would need to have 50 in one of these. And I think Lankamar is the same. So you could play a killer Humak and not be too lawful, right? Not be too truthful, rather. And I'm pretty sure there's only one rune for Lankarma that's relevant. Yeah. Okay, stasis. Yeah, it has to be either stasis or truth. Or both.
Okay, so I need to pick one of those to be a 75, is what you're saying.
Yes. Or when we get to the bonus points, add to make at least 60, but I recommend just going 75.
Okay. Boy.
Just to clarify, you're just saying it's always 50-50 except for one of them is 75-25.
Yeah, if any of them, two of them. So if any time any of the dichotomies move, the opposite side needs to move accordingly. So at character creation, you're just choosing two sets to be 75-25.
Oh, I see. I understand. Gotcha. Whoa. I have not looked into stasis and movement enough. I don't know what that means.
Well, you don't have to be too worried about that one. That's a Link or my thing.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yeah. As Humak, you have to have a 60 in either death or truth.
Well, looks like I'm going both ways.
Yep. I'm the most Humak.
I'm the most Humak. Well, probably not. And ask another Humak, and they'll say I'm doing something wrong.
Turn in your runes, son. No.
I was thinking we could do the Humak thing and forget about this.
Forget about it. We do that once and never again. Oh. We draw a line in the sand.
Okay.
All right, I got it taken care of.
Sweet. You have 50 points to distribute after you've decided on your power runes. So if you put any of them into your power runes, then make sure you change the other side, right?
Oh.
So between elemental and power, you have 50 points.
Okay, I can put 50 more wherever I want.
Wherever you want, between all your runes.
I see.
Okay. All right. I'm just going to go Doctrinaire. I'm going to do Truth and Stasis are both 75s.
Yep.
And do we need to talk about what happens when one of these reaches 80?
That's like I think that's like a custom rule thing we have to talk about, because that's like well, I'm gonna have to just roll your air rune for me real fast or whatever it is. Right? Let me control your character.
Yeah. What's up?
So, like it says here, if you have 80% or more in a rune, then the rune might take control of the adventurer, which is just game speak for the GM taking control of the character, right?
And do the man runes and the beast rune mean anything?
Yeah.
Or is that also 50?
It's 50-50.
Okay.
That's another power rune. So that's civilization versus wilderness.
That's curious. Okay.
Yep.
Now, okay, this is a silly question, but since maybe you're not allowed to do this in character creation, I'm not saying you would, but if for some reason, like, you just bumped up one of those runes, just those power runes all the way to just high 99? Heaven. Yeah.
Yep.
And then can it even go beyond 100?
Power runes can. I'm sorry, not power. Power is total 100. You can't ever go beyond that. But elemental, you can go beyond 100.
Okay, that's interesting. Cool.
Sorry, question for you. Does can I assign a 75 to my man rune?
Yeah, you can go 75, 25 man beast.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I think I might do that instead of stasis.
Absolutely. I like it. Now, what a bestial Lankormai looks like, that I want to see.
Someday. I mean, maybe I don't know. I hate choices.
Yeah, choices are hard. The thing is with I love systems where you could just roll a bunch of random shit and then it's like now justify it. It's like, okay, great, I'll justify it.
D minus 15. Okay.
Man. This between adventures, you can lift some weights and get a little stronger. That is always like the lamest part of fucking D&D is can I go into town and have someone teach me to be a thief?
All right, well, I'll figure out the consequences of this later. But
surprise me,
surprise me.
That's what I always say to waiters. Surprise me. No.
What do you like?
Nothing.
Alrighty. So, you guys got your runes all set up?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
So, like we said before, your attributes get bumped up as a result of your runes. So, if whatever, look at the correlating, you get a +2 if it's your highest, your second highest gets a +1. And you can always default to one of them being charisma.
Okay. And the super mechanically optimal breakpoints are 17? Was that what you said? 18?
17, yeah. 17 and 21. But
17 and 21.
But we can't hit 21 here.
+2, secondary +1. I understand now.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I'm just going to take a screenshot of that real fast. Bloop.
Okay. So.
Man, I'm freaking strong as shit.
That's right. That's what you want.
Although my con is leaving much to be desired for now, but that's okay. That's the way that it is.
Okay. Did that.
Cool. So now we got the fun part. It's just doing little maths here and there. So on the character sheet where it says magic points, I believe it's near the bottom right of the first page. Your magic points is your power. Whatever your power is, vice versa.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Hit points. There's a little math there. So use this chart. So it's your constitution plus a modifier based off of your size and power.
Got it.
It's constitution plus whatever your things are.
Con. Okay. Say that to me one more time.
So what is your con?
It's 11.
What is your size?
It's 18.
Wow, we're like the same.
13.
I've got 9 and 18.
What is your power?
11.
13 is your HP.
Okay. Why can't we just do it the whole time? You just tell me. Don't make me do the math.
Well, we can start that now, right? We're doing that. We can start doing that now. You got it, Chris, or?
Yeah, I can do that. Hold on a second. Give me a second.
To find the HP part of the character sheet.
First page, left-hand side, top middle.
Abdomen, no.
Let me pull it up.
Top middle.
Here we go. It's on grid. Yeah. Too much. Where that though?
Whatever.
I can't even find it. I lied to you. I'm sorry. I lost it. It's been a while. Jump off a bridge. Where is that? Oh, bottom left. Bottom left. Okay, my bad. It's these. Just put it in the combat notes if we're using this sheet.
Okay, so it is Constitution.
Yes.
Plus some bonuses from size
and power.
Cool.
All right, Mo.
Yo, what?
So you have 13, right?
For what? HP?
For your HP.
Yes.
Plug these numbers into your spots, into your locations.
I see. I see. Let me just take another screenshot of that one.
All right.
The power of computers. 5, 6, 4, 5.
See, you only have 13 HP. You're not as strong as you thought. It's okay. Imagine if you hadn't cheated. Imagine how weak you'd be.
I don't want to think about that.
All right, I have my body part HP and all that stuff.
Sweet. The most like you got a screenshot.
Yep.
Healing rate? Yeah, we'll go ahead and plug healing rate in for funsies. Mo, you said your con was 11?
Yep.
So 2 is your healing rate, which is on that left-hand side.
There it is. 2 per week.
That, Chris.
Got it.
Damage bonus is the fun number. So whatever your strength plus size is on this chart. So this affects melee. You use magic or you use spirit combat or anything like that.
Damage bonus, strength plus size.
Yep.
I see. Holy smokes.
You got a 2d6 or 1d6?
I'd have 1d4.
I got a 1d6.
Cool. Spirit combat damage, same vibe. Power charisma. We had the rare game where we actually used spirit combat.
Sorry.
It was cool. It was cool.
What is that again? That's fighting ghosts?
Yeah, if a ghost gets you, or if you somehow become a ghost.
Power plus charisma.
Somebody their ghost at you.
Okay.
Oh, nice. I'm like okay at that. Like okay.
The Mithras is the way in that case. They do not make it easy to brain the lore.
Okay, we got encumbrance.
Yep. It's actually kind of functional. It's just that the calculation is stupid. So, Chris, what is your constitution?
9.
What is your strength?
15.
Okay, we actually have to do the math. It would be average, so 9 and 15. So 12. Your encumbrance is 12, Chris.
Okay.
And you got your encumbrance, Mo?
All these fucking formulas are really putting me in a mythic mood, guys.
I know, right? I'm gonna myth.
Wait, don't go. Encumbrance points is.
So what is your? Don't read that. Just tell me your. It'll just be stupid to read out loud. What is your strength plus your con? Or sorry, what is your strength and con? Tell me that first.
My strength is 18 and my con is 11.
Okay. It's like if it's the average of the two, but it can't be higher than your strength. It's like okay. So your encumbrance is, we'll round up to 15.
Yeah. So I really would hate to see the 2-hour argument at the table that caused that rule to be. Well, I'm not really constitution-y, so why should we be able to? No, you can't. No, it doesn't make sense. No.
This section doesn't exist. We're not going to look at that.
Cool. Oh Lord! So we have these charts.
We got these charts. So this is on this page. So this little modifier nugget is where you'll plug this number into.
Okay. Agility modifier.
Yep. So you're just going to go into the list. If you meet those thresholds for your attribute, then you plug it in.
Okay.
Can you guys wait a second? I gotta go fry up some modifier nuggets.
Okay.
Agility skill. Oh, it's all broken up. Bargain. Okay, fine. Fine. I can't read this. Can I? Let's see.
You want me to zoom in?
Oh, thank you. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
What?
I have to add these, don't I?
You have to add these.
I have to go through my strength, dex, and power. I then have to find the associated number and then add them all together.
You can just tell me, and then we can go through it.
Oh,
we can just call it out.
All right.
Strength.
I got a +0 because I'm very big and I'm a little dexterous.
Cool.
So 5. -5. So,
you're taking a minus?
Well, what do you mean? Don't I have to add all these up?
He's big. He's a big guy.
What's your size?
He's a big boy.
Size of 18.
Oh, geez, I forgot. I got it swapped with your charisma or your constitution. God damn.
Yeah. So that's 0.
God damn.
And then my dex is something. So that's nothing. All right. And then my power is that. So it's nothing. So it's 0.
Woo!
So me and Mo are giants in the Bronze Age, which means we're like 5'6", right?
Well, that's why it's going to be one of those action movies.
Yeah, you're just bigger than everybody else.
Yeah.
All right. Communications, same vibes. Into power charisma.
All right.
I'd be mad. I would be mad, but this actually kind of makes sense. Like, as a way to like figure these things out.
Yeah.
All right. Big +15 for me.
Okay. Nothing. Wait, go back down.
We got knowledge up here. The knowledge modifier. If you want to knock that one out, Chris.
Oof. Yeah, give me a sec.
Oh, this is also 0. Nice.
The Humakti can't communicate well. Oh.
I mean, I have one thing that communicates really well.
Oh.
The sharp end of whatever I'm wielding.
Sorry, investigation? Is that the one on the right there?
Knowledge.
Knowledge. Gotcha.
Oh, knowledge. Okay, so 10. Cool. Whoa, nice. I'm actually okay at this.
I'm a detective.
Okay.
Magic. It's power and charisma.
Magic.
It also determines how well you can worship, which is
okay. So it's just power and charisma. Ouch! This is my ouch zone, McGee.
You're not very powerful.
Nope. It's fine.
Okay. Perception.
struggle. A struggle.
So this will be a fun stat to consider with detectives.
Yeah. I hope you're not going to hit us with a million look around checks.
Okay, make sure you have good scan and search.
Oh god.
That's a roadieism. He loves those.
Okay, yeah, I've got spot, and I've got scan, and I've got search, and I've got insight,
track,
investigate. Okay. I've got them all. So if you ever want to like have me not see something, you know which ones to pick that I'm bad at.
Did we skip manipulation, or did I just miss it?
That's next.
Oh, well, they don't order it the same way on the.
It's just because of how I'm scrolling. I saw perception. I got distracted.
Yeah.
Okay.
Manipulation is the same for all your weapon skills. So on the right hand, when it has all the weapons, just put whatever your manipulation ends up being.
Holy smokes.
Mo's like, I'm the best.
Nope, I'm not actually.
Oh no.
Man, I was really hoping strength would give you better manipulation, but I guess that makes sense.
That's for your damage bonus. If you land the hit, it hurts, but landing the hit's the hard part. And as a Humakti, you're gonna get a fucking huge bonus of hitting anyway. So.
Wow. Okay. All right. I got the number.
Alright. Stealth is the last one, I believe. Yeah.
Stealth. Why does this one have to be long?
This is kind of like I have high intelligence. It seems like that this is like the really RPG systems where it's like, well, you're good at everything now because you're smart.
Yep. Oh, we're so smart.
See, this does a good job of balancing things out.
Yep.
Yeah, like also like it seems like power gives you a bonus to everything.
Yeah.
Is that just like your magical?
Yeah, your aura. Well, here it
reduces
because your aura is so powerful.
I see.
People can see it. They're like, hey, there's like some dude like glowing behind the corner.
There's a presence.
Why do I have to be so big?
I'm doing all this in my notepad, so I'm gonna transfer it over to the sheet, or maybe not. I'll just use it as notepad.
You need this?
Got it. Hey, I actually don't have a minus to my stealth for some reason.
There you go. Alrighty. All right. Enjoy my numbers to plug in. So here, Mo, go ahead and take a screenshot of your Gray's Land box.
Oh, okay. I got you. Got it.
So
and these are just added.
Yeah, just added. With the exception of the ones that have parentheses, those are just base. So you speak your own language at 50% as is.
Oh.
And if you have a modifier, of course, modify it. It's just telling you that you speak Hjortling as a starter, right? Or a pure horse tongue as a Grayslander.
Okay. A thing plus 10.
And of course, you add these to any modifier you have and the base. So in the case of Sartar,
and the base,
Sing for a starter right at plus 10 is added to the base 10, so 20 for them.
Okay, I got a bunch of questions about the language and shit, but
we're gonna talk about it later. That's the language. The language thing we can talk about as a part of the rules section because it's do we want to worry about that? Because that there, as written, there's a really fun interaction with language where like you cannot use a communication skill at anything higher than the language that you use. So I can't charm you if your language is too low, right? I can only charm you as well as you understand me, kind of thing.
Okay.
Pure horse tongue. That's what it's called?
That's what it's called.
It's a delicacy.
See, that makes me think that these Steplanders or whatever, that they're just like going like at each other.
They're huffing and shit.
Yeah, they're huffing. Oh, I see. It's just that's what it is.
I'm actually going to put some stars around here.
Trade talk.
Also, battle axe, by the way. There's two-handed and one-handed axe. What the fuck is battle axe?
Yeah,
I believe it's one. It's one-handed.
Okay.
Just
is that like a hatchet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just one of those things when you adapt a game from the 70s and barely take a look at the more technical parts.
Gotcha.
Customs Graceland pony breeders. Might change that to something else if possible.
From the name Pony Breeder?
Well, I'd like to change it to like something related to slaves. Or Huma. Like, since I was a slave, it's like maybe I understand the customs of slaves better. Which you would, I guess.
Yeah, that'll be in your background or your occupation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll come back to it. Herd. Yep, I did a lot of that.
Cool.
And you are adding them to whatever base they have in the parentheses, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whoa. I can kind of sort of do spirit combat. No, I can't. It's all right. Okay. Come on. Small shield.
Okay.
I should get one of those.
Yeah.
Should get a medium shield too.
Until Huma tells you to put it down.
Yeah, he's like, "Hey, what are you, a coward?
Are you avoiding me? Do you not want to die? What are you doing?"
It's not for me. It's for my friend. I'm just holding on to it.
Oh, okay. So I need to choose between composite bow or sling.
Yes. Yeah.
Right. I got all those down.
I guess sling.
The damage is very marginal between the two.
Gotcha. Well, sling sounds very fucking Bronze Age to me, which is cool. Cool.
And more appropriate for a knowledge man. Just have it on his side.
Yeah.
Little thong.
Yeah, that's the Baldur's Gate. The slings were like an important weapon, but they're not. It's not really in D&D 5e, right? There's no slings in D&D 5e, is there?
Yeah. They're in the game. So there's not sexy because like creating a magical thong is going to get too many giggles on the table. Already. So we have the occupation, which we can expand on make one up. It doesn't really matter too much, but let me bring this up. There are some that are like there. I don't think there's one named Slave, but it's like you might as well have been kind of thing. Like, so these are the occupations. Let me see.
And let me guess, these have sub lists that are.
No, actually, the only one with the sub list is the farmer. So what did you farm, kind of thing. These are very straightforward. I think like you pick one or two among the other package that you get, like stuff like that. Okay. So to kind of like meet the idea of the character being a slave in your case, Mo, then like farmer would probably be appropriate, or something like that,
or herder.
Okay.
Or herder, yeah. Herder would be very appropriate, yeah.
So, Dom, are these? Are you treating these just like skill packages, or should they like reflect what my character does for a living? I don't know, in any way.
It's. I think of them more like backgrounds because like some of them are very intense, like philosopher. Like philosopher gives you access to, it gives you access to sorcery. So and the sorcery is taught by the cult of Lankarmai. So if you wanted to really lean hard in on that long magic, then that would be it.
Gotcha. So this isn't just like pick 2 skills and get a bonus. It's a lot more than that.
Yeah, these are much more character defining. Like assistant shaman makes you an assistant shaman, which is its own can of worms, you know.
Interesting. So I think scribe would be the one that makes the most sense, but I do want to look at the other ones too.
Yeah.
Can you pull up scribe?
It will.
I'll just do herder or bandit.
Or bandit.
I don't know what the difference is, but
yeah. So if you want, we'll take a look at scribe for Chris real fast. Literacy.
Okay. So skill bonuses, blah blah blah. Income.
Yeah, in the winter phase, I think this game has a Pendragon winter phase at the end of the year. You roll to see how much cash you got just from doing your day-to-day work, basically.
Okay.
So you're not off being a detective solving crimes, you know, the paper pushing that you're doing.
Okay. Is this the only way to learn how to read and write?
Some of the other packages have them, like philosopher.
I see.
Noble, priest.
Okay, yeah. Scribe makes the most sense.
Yeah.
I am curious about assistant shaman.
Okay.
Because I want the kind of like the experience of going into the meditative Batman detective vision thing.
Okay, so everybody can do that.
Okay, right.
That's just gonna be kind of like a rune thing.
Yeah.
So, well, what was that last thing you said?
Oh yeah, but I mean, like, I want that to be the emphasis of kind of like.
I would probably recommend priest before assistant shaman.
Okay.
Because assistant shaman is like, I'm the medicine man, and I'm going to go ghost and jump into your body and kill the evil spirit that's making you sick. Like,
yeah, that doesn't sound like me.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So priest.
Yeah, priest would be like, I'm super committed to my cult. So if that cult that we talked about, where it's like, you know, you are solving these crimes, you're doing that kind of, you know, when you're not doing bureaucratic work or what have you, then priest I could see also working.
Yeah, I am kind of confused by the idea that I have a day job. Can you explain that in more detail?
Yeah. So the day-to-day, right? Let's see here. The priest is a specialist using rune magic for the benefit of the cult members. They are representatives of their deity. So like this is I am at the temple. That's what I'm doing. Like I'm wholly committed to it. Whereas if you're a scribe, you might work for the city on a more bureaucratic level. You know, writing their notes or attending meetings, going to a court case or something, right? Stuff like that.
Okay. So I guess what I'm saying is I'm more confused by the idea that we also have day jobs. So.
Yeah, because like you're not necessarily. This is mainly for like the perspective of like D&D adventuring kind of vibes, where like you're not a homeless person traveling the world and solving quests, resolving quests. You have a day-to-day job that is just something that you do in the world, whether it's for your clan, family, tribe, or city in this case of our game.
Mm-hmm.
But when we're actually playing the game, where there's something a bit more intense going on that's not rote, right? That's when we zoom in. That's when we explore the adventure, right? So like it might be your purview to investigate these cases, but we're not gonna look at you writing up a ticket. Someone speeds their carriage or some shit, or there's like a drunken brawl somewhere. We don't have to worry about that investigation, right? We're gonna worry about the weird stuff when we play.
Okay.
So you still have that day job that makes you money and that gives you means to live.
Okay. So forgive me if I'm going too pulpy here, but is this kind of like the X-Files? Are we part of the X-Files?
Yeah, definitely. We are definitely.
So like there's like a worldly world. So like I'm Mulder and I was investigating, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Muslim terrorists.
Yep.
But then I get pulled on to, hey, like there's an alien thing.
Yeah, the chaos is. But we've got a chaos cult that might be.
Okay, so if I do scribe, I can be like doing law stuff related to administrative law and like mundane trials or whatever, working for a judge or something. But then, all right, you need to work with Mo's character.
Yeah. We're giving you a partner. We've got reason to believe there's an assassination attempt, and we need to log his approach.
So is in this setting, to contrast with I forget what the terms are for Catholicism, but there's worldly and then there's
spiritual.
Mm-hmm. So are there worldly authorities in this world? Does that even make sense?
Like guards?
I know that's kind of a weird question.
Like guards?
Well, I mean like the courts, for example, a court.
In larger cities, yeah, especially as Rolia.
Okay.
There's trials. There, you go before the king, kind of thing. I could definitely see that being a thing. Not in Australia specifically, but going before the queen.
Okay.
The system. Yeah, there is a system. And in relation to what we were talking about with your character, Mo, I think would be most appropriate for you would be to go down that vibe of taking the skills from Herder, but then maybe you have now the occupational of warrior.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Because I'm now working on it from a more militant point of view, but I still have those skills from when I was a herder.
Yep.
Okay. I think I do want to be like a court recorder or kind of like working within the worldly, and then that would be reflected in my position as a scribe. Mm-hmm. So I'm not. Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, this is not going to be like the focus of the game, but this is kind of like
because the game is going to have like in between adventures, quote unquote. There's going to be downtime, so I don't want to do they traveled for months on end, and we're going to zoom in on every angle. No, it's like we're skipping that. And what are they doing in the meantime? Oh, they're working.
Okay, so this. We're getting into kind of world building now, but what you're saying is that kind of like this combined cult of truth.
Mm-hmm.
Like it doesn't employ me. I don't draw a salary from it.
It can, if you were more of if you stayed with them more and you were a priest, but if you are a cultist of them, are devoted to them, but you still work as a scribe separately, then.
Yeah, I think working as a scribe makes more sense. So I'll do scribe.
Go to herder for me.
Yeah. Looks like we got ourselves a herder.
Can you zoom in for me?
Yeah, can we
enhance? Ew, peaceful cut.
Yeah, the peaceful cut. You know how to kill an animal and not be disrespectful to it.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't want to.
Yeah, that's like. Is your character sadistic?
Well, I was thinking of that, but
yeah,
and I've played characters like that before.
Okay. Maybe I shouldn't ask. I'll find out. Then we're assigned together.
There is an unpeaceful
I'm gonna try not to play it that way, but it might come out.
Sure. I mean, you're a death guy.
It's like when you're on the edge of a kill. It's like, okay, well, I can take this opportunity, and if I don't, what does that say? Like if I'm at a juncture and I don't take the opportunity to do it, it's not good. I got to do it.
They might be emo brooding men, but they're also the paladins of the setting.
What does favored passions mean here?
Oh, let me pull that up. You got your screenshot, Mo?
Yeah.
Okay. Among your favorite passions, choose one, and then you got that. If you already have that passion, get a +10. So in the case of the scribe, your favorite passion can be loyalty to your temple or loyalty to your tribe.
Okay.
And whenever it says tribe, we can just replace it with city if you want to be loyal to the city of Melchet.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me finish writing those.
Makes sense for detectives. I'll be right back. Thank you guys. Just real fast.
Do. All right. RuneQuest character sheet.
Oh man.
Prepare to be filled out.
Saying I'm involved with the courts was power gaming. I get more money.
Yeah, I'm involved with the courts. Scan +10. That's good. Animal lore. I might be the best herder this side of forever. Jeez.
Huh?
Do you think you can herd people?
Herd people?
If if a bunch of people are running around, do you think I can use my herd skill? And I'm not talking about the feral people of the setting.
Yeah.
That would 100% work there.
I'll look the other way. If you do it, I'll be like, it's got to be real cool.
There's an evaluate skill? What the fuck does that mean?
I think it's like money.
Gems.
Oh, okay.
The worth of an item.
Okay. Okay. That's the new type of search check. Can I evaluate what? Okay, so I'm confused by the skills a little bit.
Yeah.
Customs. I'm assuming that just means the customs of my people.
Yes, yeah, because it's custom parentheses, right?
Yeah, customs. Yeah. So when it says customs any, does that mean I kind of know everyone's customs, or specifically?
You choose. You choose the group that you have the customs of.
Okay.
So customs is Rolia, for example, would be probably pretty appropriate.
Yeah. Okay. I also noticed that it's got read write.
Yes. Oh yeah, the scripts. Yeah. Does it parentheses? I believe it does.
Yeah. Well, there's also like read write own language and read write all.
Yeah. Okay, that's interesting. I guess that's the benefit of being a scribe. Yeah, there's scripts.
Okay.
So like Thalen is all of the Hjortling. So you can just put Thalen for the script that you know how to write really well. And that's Ezrolian, Hjortling, Tarshite. It's all the locals.
Okay.
You can know Braille.
Braille. Okay. I guess I'm just gonna fucking dive into this. The language questions. So like I'm in a place where they speak a different language and they write a different script, right?
The script is the same. The script is the same.
Right.
But it is a different language, right? You would read differently.
Okay.
So you could write the script. It's just a matter of understanding the language. And when it comes to the languages, you have Hjortling, right?
Yeah.
So you understand Ezrolian half the skill.
Okay.
As written, right? So if we want, we can distill this a bit and be like, okay, we actually make this simple. The game already kind of does this for us. We just do this. These are the languages. So Thalen, we could just say we speak Thalen, and that encompasses Ezrolian, Hjortling, and Tarshite.
Sure.
So it's like Dragon Pass, basically. Whereas if we talk about the moon people and the sun cults from the north, then okay, they speak Pelorian. We don't. That's a little harder to understand. So you can take Pelorian separately if you really wanted to.
Okay, so I guess a lot of this question is coming down to the GM of how much we want to mess around with languages.
Exactly. That's why I was holding up on it. So like, and the third, I mean, the as written, the reason why the as written is kind of okay is because there's trade tongue.
Yeah, I have that.
All of you have. So there's a little bit that everybody speaks, the common tongue. But again, is that even worth it? You know, when.
Yeah, I guess.
Because as written, the way the game would imply it is that when you use a social role, if your language is lower than the skill you're using, you go to the rating of the language. So if I have Charm 90, but I only can speak the language at a 50, I'm rolling 50. And this is calculated between the two of you. So if they don't understand you too well at 50%, then good luck. So I would just say throw it out the window. We just have broad languages, like how D&D presents it, and we just do Thalen, Pelorian, Aldwimish, and a Dark Tongue.
I'm sorry.
So instead of having Hjortling and Ezrolian being separate languages, that we just do these four. So Thalen, Aldwimish, Pelorian, and Dark Tongue.
Right, but those are like foreign people or whatever. Like
you speak Thalen, quote unquote.
And I'm in Ezrolia,
which encompasses Thalen. Yeah.
Okay,
so this is the local language basically, but then if we're talking about people from the Lunar Empire, they speak a different language. But then we can use your trade tongue, and you know that would kind of illustrate that, because you know they don't understand you as well. So we don't throw out trade tongue; it's just not as useful. And I would just suggest throwing out the whole like, oh, you have to roll at the rating of the at the shared language. That's way too much to think about.
Yeah. So I like to be clear, like I do think it's kind of interesting, the idea that there's different people that speak different languages.
Yes, that is very interesting.
I don't really give a fuck about the math aspects of it.
Me too. I think it's way too cumbersome.
Right. I will. Okay. You know what? This is the very first time I'm able to do this. I do think it's kind of stupid that there's no like Latin of this world. So everyone writes in their vernacular. But you're saying that everyone writes in the vernacular, which is like, that's like post-medieval shit.
Right. So
which is stupid.
I see what you mean. There's no base. There is no. I see what you mean.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, because a lot of it is spoken, right? Because they have freaking sea speech, fire speech. They have the language tree for you to track.
Right. But like, I'm saying that writing in your vernacular is fucking weird as fuck. It's like almost completely like modern. Like it's I guess post medieval at least. So I don't know. That just a little point is a little irrelevant point. So basically, the way I should handle these skills is, let me give. So okay, the way I'm going to do it is my character speaks his native language and can read and write his native language, which encompasses our general area. And then I can also, I'm going to use my skill points to speak and read the lunar stuff.
Yeah, you would use the trait talk, or if you really wanted to, you could choose Pilorian, and then you now have that as a language you know.
I think
probably a lesser rating.
That's what I'm saying. Is that I do have, as a scribe, I do have kind of like a skill. I have skill points, and you just said that we're all speaking the same language. So I'm just saying,
where does it go?
I would assign it to speaking the lunar stuff,
right?
Whatever the lunars do.
New Pilorian.
Okay. And I guess that makes sense. Like, it'll
just be for your kind of knowledge that when you meet someone from there, then like there will be like some amount of misunderstanding, or we might roll for it, kind of thing.
Right.
In that moment for the language.
Okay. Man, I don't want to just like drill down, but I'm so interested in kind of like in your. I'm just gonna ask all these out of character questions about the world because I'm so curious. So like, is it Bronze Age cosmopolitanism where it's like we're in this city and it's to speak dismissively, it's kind of like the Water Deep, where all these different people from all over the world are coming in, they're coming to hang out, including like the lunar people.
The lunars can't get here. Okay. Well, there are very few, if any. This is not. It is cosmopolitan. There are a handful of different cultures. You might see a troll, elf, whatever. They're not like represented very frequently. But being the largest city in Glorantha, there will be a lot of different people, but it is still predominantly Asrolian. It is still a matriarchy.
Okay. Yeah. So like, but like a lunar person could come here and just like going through the gates and like not be immediately murked, I guess.
That's right. Yeah, Asrolia, so to give you an idea, the Lunar Empire is like coming in from, I believe, like the northwest into Dragon Pass. Asrolia is on the far end, like the southwest. It's just like on the opposite, on the bottommost. So they're very far from one another. They haven't threatened them yet. They want Asrolia they want Nocha, to my understanding, because the Lunars want access to the ocean, and Nocha's near the ocean. So
right. Okay. So there may be weird stuff, but it is conceivable that I could encounter these people in a peaceful context.
Absolutely. Okay. Even in Sartar, like we saw in the module.
Okay, gotcha.
Can you scroll up to the warrior one? I'm just curious.
Warrior.
Can you scroll up a tiny bit? Thanks. Just want to look at that.
Okay, yeah. Also, like, my own customs. I have customs.
Sartar.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Or my language, Hjortling.
Yes.
Like I have a custom skill. What does that do? Or like, would we use that?
That's like local myths and stuff like that. That's let me see here. It is very useful in as far as like examples of play go. I haven't demanded it too often. It seems the kind of thing that it might be good for co-creation. Now that I think about it. Local knowledge, codes of behavior, traditions, community standards, etiquette.
Okay.
Daily laws. Let's see here. Yeah, etiquette. I've seen them use. No, I think I might be thinking of local knowledge or something like that. Yeah, so custom seems to be much more etiquette based.
Okay.
What was I thinking?
So, okay. So I want to just make up my people's customs.
Sure.
So
yeah.
Can I just do that instead of rolling?
Yeah. What do you mean? Like, what would you have to roll for that?
Custom.
Like in the moment.
Yeah. Like okay. My people do this. Listen, I'm doing this. Like some people from my homeland come, and I like want to make it nice for them. Do you think that would require a customs roll or?
Not necessarily. I mean, the even in the examples they give of it are like, you roll it and then your future communication skills attempts are more successful. So it's not something that you do.
Okay.
It seems like it's a bonus thing that you would do, not like a default.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So this is kind of like before they come in, I'm meditating on the protocols, or like not meditating, but thinking about the protocols that I need to follow, or blah blah blah.
Yeah, it's not something that's like maybe they throw like a weird one at you, like oh, you don't remember, like oh, and if like in character you seem a little like perplexed, then we can make that roll, right? Then
I see.
We'll just flow with it.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm not gonna, I don't impose roles too often.
Yeah. We got a fucking Call of Cthulhu ass skill, library use.
There it is, Chaosium. Woo!
Yeah. So are there libraries? That's a good question.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I mean, your temples are
okay.
libraries. Like or my temples are libraries.
Let's see. Other questions I have here. Okay, yeah. So okay, this is kind of getting to it. Like, speak own language.
Yeah.
50.
Yeah.
So I have a 50% of speaking my own language. Does that mean by definition all my social skills are capped out to that?
That's what the game wants you to do. Yeah. But I don't.
My own language.
Your own language. Yes.
Okay. Weird. Okay.
Are passions like specific, or can they be anything?
Okay.
I mean, the game like says like love, family, right?
Yeah.
But if you wanted to do something else, that's fine. Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna replace it. I won't be cut up about it.
What does standard living mean, and is it relevant to what we're doing?
Yeah, standard living I would say is a good like kind of 4D thing to consider, where it's like, it's like what do you have access to?
Okay.
It's kind of like it implies like, oh well, I can get a horse, or I can't get a horse. I can't afford that.
Okay, I believe that the scribe says free, which makes it sound like I live on some sort of like government housing or something. Or
you're a free man, so you're not an indentured servant.
Okay,
you're not indebted to anybody.
Okay, I'm not indebted to anyone, so like, does that imply I have servants, or
like one, like a few, maybe like one or two.
Okay.
So they give pretty fun examples of language uses here. Let me see.
Okay.
So it's like eavesdropping and shit.
So funnily, that kind of implies.
Okay. So I apologize, Chris. They do distinguish own language from other language. Other language is that it is what sets the cap.
Okay.
But if it's your own language, you don't have to worry about the cap. That's stupid. But okay.
Interesting. Okay. Why not just give it 100%?
Yeah. Well, I can eavesdrop now.
Interesting. Okay, I'll give standard of living some thought. One thing I'm thinking about is have you guys read the Quicksilver trilogy?
No.
So that is Neil Stephenson's swashbuckler that involves Isaac Newton.
Okay.
And it's a really fun series, by the way. It's fantastic because it's kind of like it splits between the scientist of the Enlightenment and then kind of like a pirate that's like going around and doing swashbuckling stuff. But part of it is kind of like living on campus in those days was actually like pretty good, where it was like you have a building, you've got kind of like a lady that does your laundry, does all your chores, takes care of this and that shit. Obviously it's not a modern lifestyle, but would you say that that's in line with what kind of like how should I conceive my lifestyle, I guess? Does that make sense?
It is like almost like feudalism in a way, right? Where it is like they may have been people that were conquered or what have you, and the life isn't bad, but they are not free.
Okay. So, gotcha. So I should actually put a little, even if I'm playing like a single dude, I kind of like have a household of servants. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, like I said, there's like a few. Let me bring up the actual description of free to give you an idea.
I'm poor.
You're poor. That sucks, bro.
I think I might have a horse though that I stole.
Did you give yourself the warrior standard of living?
I didn't.
Okay, dude. I suggest doing that if that's your life.
Okay, then I'm free.
If you want to be enslaved, you may.
In that case, I'll only have one horse instead of the two that it would have given me.
So you get food. Okay, I might got it cross with noble. They don't emphasize slaves. They don't emphasize it in either. Oh wait, no, there it is. No, I did get it mixed up for noble. So yeah, nobles would have slaves as free as written. You wouldn't have any. But again, I still think that one or two, like I said, isn't the craziest thing to consider for a free man.
Okay. So I should be putting in my mind like Athenian craftsman or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not. Okay. Gotcha. So I'm not like a member of the court. I'm not kind of like living in the temple complex. But I'm not destitute. I'm not like living in a barrel.
Yeah, you're well paid for what you do, and you're well taken care of.
Okay, I'll think of like an arrangement that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so finally,
So we got all our skills. We got all of our packages.
Yeah, I need to.
We followed the favorite passion thing where you choose one of them.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Okay.
So I got some further.
You just pick one of the three. And if you already have that passion, you can add a 10% to it.
Some further questions. So when it comes to lore, what are there like categories for that, or is it free form?
It's like dragon lore, plant lore, mineral lore. it's
okay.
All the shit. Yeah, homeland lore is what I was thinking about earlier with the folklore and the myths. Elder race lore, so it's troll.
Yeah, I should probably never return to the Gracelands.
Hate horses. Oh
no.
Dragon lore. Celestial lore.
Okay, so I should pick a lore, and I also have kind of like a base bonus to lore.
You have the characteristic bonus, but you have to delineate all of your lores. They're unique. So if you have one lore and then another lore, they have to be their own skills.
What are these parentheses here? Is that the base for
base percentage? Yeah.
Okay, so I read that like you don't get a bonus if you have a 0. Is that correct?
Right. It's that the base is 0 in that case. Yeah.
Right. But because I have if you scroll down just a little bit, like let's say I have a 0 in river lore, and then I don't get my +10 lore bonus. I do.
You would get it. The 0 is just saying that Joe Schmo doesn't get anything. Guy with no bonus gets nothing.
Okay.
It starts at 0 for him. Whereas Joe Schmo would get a 5.
Got
or if he was plant lore, or Joe Schmo would have a 30 if it was
okay. Great.
What the heck is honor? Like, why is it different?
Good question. It's a unique passion.
Okay.
So I think Humak get it automatically when we get to the cults. But,
okay. Just curious.
Yeah, it is what you think it is. It's don't fuck your sister, don't kill your sister, don't or your cousin for that matter.
Mostly.
Don't kill an enemy.
Don't kill an enemy.
Don't kill an enemy who has surrendered. Like
that. Question about ransom. What the hell is that?
If you get knocked out, you could be sold back to your temple for money or your people for money. So it's how much you are worth.
Got you. So this is kind of like, how does that show up in the game? Is this like something that's on the table?
It's an excuse, quote unquote, for the GM not to kill you on site. So if you get jumped by bandits, that's not a death sentence. We're gonna sell you to your people because you're worth more that way.
I see.
And likewise, other people have ransoms, so you don't have to kill everybody you see. You knock them out, sell them back if you really want.
Gotcha.
There you go, Mo.
Memorize this chart, please.
This is the dishonorable act
dishonor chart.
Yeah. Wow. So don't do any of these things.
Whatever, man.
Okay. Let's see. Can you go back to scribe skills?
Yep.
I want to make sure I transcribe this correctly, and I'll take a screenshot.
No, got pretty good honor. I will be honorable.
I hope so. The dishonor. I don't want to meet the dishonorable Humak. I can't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'd have to kill him.
What do the bolded skills mean, if anything?
They mean that when you do your winter phase, these are the skills that you roll to see if you had a good year of work.
I see. Okay. And so I have lore any and lore any So that means I have two specific lores. And it doesn't seem like I have a generic lore all.
No, they are only specifics.
Okay. Let's see.
It should say pick, not any.
Yeah, well, it has lore, bureaucracy, lore, which is a little befuddling. But
lore, yeah, it's because they're going by numerical value, not
right,
alphabetical or anything else.
Right.
Principle. I say numerical, but then I lie to you, and there's a 10% right there. Before
yeah, I'm sure that there's some logic to it somewhere. Okay, loyalty temple.
Yeah.
So we haven't done temple or tribe. Is temple synonymous with cult, or is that like a specific?
Yeah, that's your cult. That's where you pray. That's where you're
yeah, but does it mean like a specific branch or like a?
Yeah, the specific temple. Like
okay,
you're loyal to this priest in this place. You know the people here.
Got it. Okay.
On the moon.
Okay. I think I got the scribe.
All right. Now that the boring stuff is out of the way, we got more boring stuff.
Right.
So you have 3 rune points out the gate as initiates of your respective cults. 50% was the minimum rating for the rune that you're deating, whatever. Not 60. So this is important because it doesn't work the way that the occupations did. You don't just get all your cult skills. You get specifically, let's see here. I'm sorry. You do get all your cult skills. I apologize. But on top of that, you get a plus 20 to one of them and a plus 15 to another one of them.
Okay. So it's going to have the section's going to list a bunch of skills.
Yeah.
We get all of them as listed. Then we also get a plus 20 and a plus 15 to 2 of them. 2
of them that you pick. And then separate from that, you get these. So go ahead and list these down.
Everybody gets this?
Everybody gets these 3, yeah. Or 3, yeah. Cult lore, your god, worship your god, meditate.
Okay. Saved.
Oh no. Can we go back to the scribe skill list? I deleted my snipping.
I did the same thing.
Okay. Scribe. Woo!
I love being a scribe. I love writing. I love bureaucracy. All right. So in the case of Humocht.
Howdy do. I'm a Humocht.
Oh, shit. What was the other bit? Suggested. Okay, same thing with the favorite passions. You pick one of them to either take or get a plus 10 to. So for Humocht, that's you.
All right, I'm going to take a screenshot of this one. Associated cults, none. Oh,
that's for like powers. Like if Orlanth is associated with all the Lightbringers, so Orlanth can take spells from the other Lightbringers, but maybe not vice versa.
Imagine being a Humocht and not using Blade Sharp. It's practically heresy.
Oh, that reminds me. So when picking your spells, you have every rune point you have is 1 rune spell. So you can have 3 rune spells out the gate. So in the case of Humocht, you can pick any one of those 3 rune spells, or any 3 of those rune spells, which we'll get into it a bit. That's for later. Just kind of note down the other stuff. As far as cult spirit magic goes, you have 5 points of spirit magic to just get. So you could just dump it all and get 5 points of Blade Sharp if you're wacky. and we want Link or Mai. Okay, so we got 2 pages of that, or it goes on to the next page.
Okay. Sorry, zoning out. Let me look at this.
So, you will have sorcery as a Link or Mai, which we will have to talk about after the stream, because I don't fully comprehend sorcery at the moment. It's not sexy magic. It's like long-term rituals.
Huh. Okay.
I mean, that could be sexy.
Oh, it'll be sexy.
Continue.
Can you show me the other section?
Yeah. Associated with Urbal.
Okay.
So it emphasizes, where was it? So I apologize. It's or. So you could not do sorcery and go spirit magic and just have a ton of detect and a ton of Farsi, which isn't invalid for a detective, right? I can detect metal, I can detect whatever.
Okay.
And that could be a fun detective. But if you wanted to get really complicated and dip into sorcery, we can. It's just an either or, sorcery or spirit magic.
Oh man, okay. Let me try to wrap my mind around this. Okay. We have rune magic. That's the really big shit.
that use rune points.
That use rune points. And I get 3 of those.
Yes. Between any of these spells.
And then because I'm Link or me.
Yes, I've heard both. I like Mai.
Like Link or me.
Yep.
I can take spirit magic
or cult or sorcery.
Cult sorcery. Spirit magic is kind of like the small spells.
Yes.
That do smallish stuff.
Instant, like I detect something, I blade sharp, I Farsi. Whereas sorcery, it's long-term ritual that you invest into. I can enhance my intelligence for a while. I can mold earth, but this isn't like something I just do. I'm not I'm not like an earthbender. This is like I do this for like a week.
Okay, so this is like I go to the special room in the temple, and I'm like, we got to do the ritual, guys, or something like that.
Mm-hmm. It's the more long term.
And that's like very strange.
It seems. It is the more hands-on. That's another advanced option, right? If we were going off of the lunar idea we were talking about earlier.
Okay,
that's an advanced option.
Do any of the other cults have this? Or is it just kind of like a...
Not in this book, no. This is exclusive to Link or Mai.
That does sound kind of cool.
Yeah, I'm willing to work with it. I'm willing to learn it.
Okay. But the concept is that this is going to be not something I do, quote unquote, in the field. It's
it'd be very weak to do it in the field. You could. It's just not like going to be crazy.
Because it's like it depends on how much time you spend or something.
Yeah, it's time, preparation, tools are more important to it. Yeah.
Associated cults. So that means I can also.
You can go to one of their temples and beseech them and basically dip your toe into their cult to get their magic. So you could get Urbal magic, Orlanth, Isseries, Shalana. You could multi-class, quote unquote.
And is that something that would, to state the obvious, would that be handled in roleplay, or would that be something that I would write down like
either or? Because if we're going to have downtime, you could just say that you did that during downtime, or if you wanted to explore that in roleplay, I'm more than willing.
I wouldn't do this lightly, but hypothetically, I could be like, we have some downtime, and I say, "Hold on, Mo, I picked up this trick from
Because actually, context, to do that, you have to give that cult your power. You have to permanently spend power in your devotion to that god.
I see.
So it's a big deal.
I see. So that would be a big deal, but that is kind of like a both mechanical and kind of like storyline thing that could happen.
In roleplay, yeah.
Okay. Okay. I think I understand these sorcery descriptions. These are in the PDF. And sorry, so the detect spirit magic spells. What do those look like?
They're just kind of like, for like 5 minutes you could detect the material. So let's see. Detect truth. So you can just pick any detects as a Lancor mod. You're not limited. Mm-hmm. So yeah, enemy's life, magic, spirit, parentheses, substance, trap, undead. Detect traps, by the way.
Detect traps. Okay.
Oh no.
Those might be cool too.
Mm-hmm. It's not unfun. You know, it's not a bad choice.
Okay.
Detect friendship.
Yeah, I'll possibly do this offline. So I'll
look at the options.
I'll look at the options.
Yep.
In fact, are we doing all the spell selection here, or are we doing it offline?
I think we should do that offline. I think that'll be fun for the stream and more fun for us.
Sure. Yeah.
But what I do want to do is I want to see what Geish Mo rolls.
What?
You get a Geish, a Gaios, whatever you want to pronounce it.
A what?
An oath to Humacht.
Okay.
Humacht controls you to some degree.
Oh. I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah, you've sworn. You've become less human and more Humacht.
How else was I going to get out of slavery without Humacht's help?
Without swearing a Geish. So you get one, quote unquote. But hey, if you want to swear more, I won't.
Death.
I won't say no.
All right, where are these Geish?
So you're supposed to roll, quote unquote. I don't care if you roll or not.
Oh, I see. Well, these are
these are cool.
I mean, these are cool. Sure, it's D100.
Yep.
I hope I don't get a 45 to 46.
You carry it with you. That'd be sick, dude. That'd be so cool.
That'd be so sad. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen right now. Watch this. I'm gonna do it. Okay, 91. What's that? Is it? What is it? I need to know.
You must not solve mysteries.
Yeah. Wear no metal armor over a specified location.
Oh, well, I was gonna kind of do that anyway, but that's fine.
No metal armor
over a specific location. Yeah. What is the area?
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait. Wear no metal armor over a specific location.
Yep.
On my body.
To chest or abdomen?
I guess my chest.
Okay.
I had a kind of another question that I wrote down. So we're in the Iron Age. So the weapons are going to be made out of iron, steel. No,
the majority is bronze.
Okay.
Iron is a very rare metal that only the dwarves know how to forge. But bronze is very abundant and naturally occurring.
Okay. I noticed that there's a rapier and a broadsword.
Yeah.
So are those? Is this magic Gloranthian stuff? I didn't know there was.
Let's see here. So a rapier in a Bronze Age context is a little different than you might think.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that's what my other character had.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah, and that was accurate to the context.
Got it. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Let's see here. Oh, I'm sorry, Mo. Go ahead and roll me a d12. So you got a 91. That's fine. Now go ahead and roll a d12.
Okay.
You get a gift, and that determines how many things you have to roll. Bless specific weapon to do double damage.
Oh, that's fucking sick. I mean, as Humox wills.
Against a specific species. So who do you fucking hate? Men.
Weapon to do double damage against given species. Huh. Well, can it be?
It could be people, humans.
Can it be a specific group of people? or does it have to be species?
You can do it if you want to do type of people. That's fine. I'm not gonna say no.
Because I think it'd be funny if maybe that doesn't work for Humox, but it'd be funny
yeah.
if or it would be funny. It would be in line with my backstory if I really didn't like the Grayslander nobility.
That would be ultra specific.
It would be ultra specific.
But hey, that's cool.
I don't know enough about the races or the species.
The species? People don't like dragons. Dragons are scary. Trolls are scary. They raid, eat.
What about those chaos beasts? The ones that are not nice.
Oh, brew?
Yeah.
Yeah, brew. That's not bad. Humakti aren't necessarily ducks.
Ducks.
Humakti aren't necessarily anti-chaos, weirdly enough, but
okay.
Yeah.
You know what?
But not liking chaos can definitely be a personal thing. Shit.
I might have to think on it. I'll either do brew or dragons.
Brew would be cool. They're not undead, but they might as well be, right? Okay. Nasty. Go ahead and give me another gauge though.
Or undead.
Or yeah.
You're not supposed to die. Or not dead. You know what? We'll do undead.
Yeah, undead sound good.
We'll do undead and then another one of those.
I could see. So sorry. Do it. It's you basically rolled this. You got this. Okay, you understand. 74.
Yes.
Oh, there it is.
Fine. But I'm really good at it. No, that's fine.
There it is.
All right.
Wow, cannot love. Interesting. That's a.
Cannot wear armor on my chest and cannot use large shields.
Or medium.
Or medium.
Oh, you're at 74. I'm sorry, I'm making shit up.
Oh.
Only large.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I can throw the medium one in there for good.
No, it's cool.
Yeah, this is cool. This is like this part reminds me of the DCC clerics.
Yeah.
Get all the. Your god wants you to do this, that.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Malio has a similar set. Let's see here. But I believe that beyond picking some spells, the only thing left is the background event, which is just a little something on top of everything else we described.
Right.
In place of the family history. Did you already get all your skills for your cult?
I have them written down, but I'm going to select the lore and read about it later.
Yeah, same.
Sounds good. So, let me go ahead and change my screens. So just copy and pasted these. So go ahead and both of you roll a d20.
D20.
20.
5.
17.
So 5. You confronted an evil spirit or ghost. Gain devotion deity, so plus 10% more to your Lek or Mai. or love family, or loyalty clan.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Let me get some context here. So we're doing like a life path thing, right?
A little bit, a very, very light one. We're not doing the full thing that's in the core book.
Okay, so this is the kind of like in my homeland, I did this.
Yes.
I confronted a ghost.
Yes. Or an evil spirit.
Spirit, devotion, deity, loyalty, family, love. Oh, sorry. Devotion, deity.
Love of family or loyalty
love,
clan.
Family. Loyalty, clan. I'm not going to choose until I find out what happens here.
Sure. And I don't believe Lancor Mice has anything relating to spirit combat, did he? The cult?
I think I have a little bit. Oh, that's just from my
background or the family.
My yeah. Where is it?
Your homeland.
Homeland, yeah. Spirit combat is a magic skill.
Yes.
So I have a +10 to magic skills.
Right.
Is that it? Or hold on.
No, it'd be the +10 plus the base, if any, and then plus whatever bonuses you have.
Okay, sorry. I haven't totally filled out all my skills and did all the calculations.
So this would be a good example. So you have +10%.
Yep.
Spirit combat has 20 base, so you're calling 30 currently.
Okay.
And
my homeland gives me +15.
So 45.
Yep.
And I don't believe Lancor Mice cult gives you that.
Let me double check.
No. No spirit combat from them. So you said 35? Sorry, 45, right?
45.
So
45.
we have 40. Roll 45 or less. See if you defeated the spirit on your own.
Okay. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Oh, goddamn. So that's going to be +5% to spirit combat. So it's now at 50. Okay. And you have a D3 reputation, which you can, if you want to roll a D3, a D6, that's fine.
Yeah. +2.
So yeah, 2 more reputation from you defeating the spirit, and we'll get into reputation in a moment.
Okay.
And Mo, you rolled a 17, which is
nope. I rolled. Oh yes, sorry.
And you were a herder.
Yeah.
So herder.
Herdy.
Roll your herd skill.
Roll my herd skill. Okay.
Yep. See how good a herder you were.
I mean, I am a pretty good one, but I'm probably going to fail here in a second for comedic effect.
The herd in your charge was stalked by wild beasts.
All right, let's see.
The herd. You said it. Herder.
Sorry. I'm like, but that's not right. I succeed.
Sweet. +5 to herd. You did a good job.
Guys, my herd. So if my herd skill goes above 80, I become like
was this
herd master?
Yeah. was this one you were a slave, by the way?
Yes.
About that. Okay.
So he did a good job when he was a slave and
a prize
a wild beast,
perhaps because of my skill. But then I'm like, now we're getting out of here.
Yep. And this is just my little lazy slide on system talks because I think we've covered pretty much everything. The combat we've never got a chance to try out, but I swear to God, if we play a detective game with the Humakti and nobody fights anybody, I might lose it. But
yeah,
I think we've got a good basis for the resist rolls. I think that's understood.
Okay.
I don't think we have to go over that too much, but yeah, for anybody watching 3 hours into this, declare. Command your target to resist the thing. And then they take whatever you declared and subtract it by your chosen value. You reduce it by whatever your chosen value is, and you add 50 to that. And you roll into that.
Okay, so the life path stuff is over?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Yeah. We are not doing the full thing. So just
what if
something.
You wanted to do it?
If you wanted to talk about your, well, I'll send you some pictures.
Next time we do it.
I don't see the worth in it.
Okay. It's not worth the squeeze.
If you really want to, I'll send it to you, and you can read up on all the lore that your grandparents went through.
Okay.
But I don't think that's necessary for our game.
I mean, it might be fun to do in the past, like just in the background.
Yes, okay. It'd be very good for you to know, but I don't think we have to put it on the stream.
Right.
Okay.
The combat is pretty much the same thing. It's just a bit more. You have to react, and what you react with is kind of binary. You know, it's like, oh, what do I do when I want to dodge an attack? Roll dodge. If I want to parry it, roll the weapon. To block it, roll the shield. But if you keep doing that and you spam it, that specific skill takes a 20% penalty until it comes back around to your turn, quote unquote. Again, we're not doing turn order necessarily. Kind of feel it out. So, but if you take rapid fire things and you're dodging 3 times in a row, it should probably get harder. So you have to mix it up: dodge, parry, block, whatever. So weapon skills take the penalty.
Use of weapon skill during a single round incurs 20% penalty to use of weapon skill next time.
Yeah. So that is just to emphasize that I can't. Oh, what if I'm holding a sword and an axe? My sword skill is reduced, so my axe weapons.
Okay. So it just makes it so that it's slightly harder for you the next time,
and it makes shield stronger, right? So it's like I can't dual wield and just pretend like blocking with an axe is
okay. I see. It does make you're saying it does not apply to shields.
Yes, you could, in theory, block and shield bash and do all this crazy stuff, but it's like you're going to keep taking the penalty.
Right, but every time you make an attack or do something else with a weapon, you can incur that penalty.
You take the penalty, yeah.
Which does, that maybe does make you want to go all in the first time if you have the actions to do it, but
yeah, as far as that notion, that's in the PDF, but you can take multiple swings. You can dish them out, rather.
Yeah.
But when you do that, whatever your current value is, keeping in consideration this penalty, if you were parrying with your sword, then whatever your value is, you can divide it by the number of times you want to attack on your turn, quote unquote. But every extra attack has to be 50%. So if I'm calling,
I see,
it has to be 50% minimum. So if I have 125% in a skill, I can do one swing for 50% and another swing for 75%, and I'm fine. Does that make sense?
I'm not really following, but I trust we're going to do like a little.
Yeah. You're just saying if the skill is really high.
If it's really high, you could just do one really big swing for 120% chance to hit, which may be what you want, or you could do a multi-attack and divide it into the skill, but the skill has to divide at a minimum to 50% every time you divide it, as it were. So if I want to do 2 swings, I have to be calling 50 and 50 at a minimum. Or if like I said, in the example of 125%, I can do a 50 and I can do a 75.
I see what you're saying. So you're saying if you want to make multiple attacks, you can divide your skill up.
Yes.
That's what you're saying.
But it has to be minimum 50.
It has to be minimum 50 for one of them or both of them?
All of them. They all have to be minimum 50.
Okay.
So if you manage to get 150%, that's 3 attacks. 200%, so on. Which is very
We can talk about that offline. I'm curious, and I want to make sure I do it right.
Yeah, it's very reasonable for the Humaki to do that.
Yeah. Can I ask a quick question about reputation? What is that?
So reputation, I did send that page because I do like my little homebrew idea for it. So I'll send you your starting reputations so we can call this stream before we hit 3 hours.
Gotcha.
But basically, what I like about the reputation system is that you note down your deeds, and it's basically kind of like a thing where you can do the "Do you know who I am?" You know what I mean? You can pull the "You've heard of me," right? So the way I like to do it is that you notate that we already know that the reputation roll is a D100, like everything else in the game. I like it when you notate what percentage of the reputation it is, so that when you roll to determine what they know of you, they heard a specific thing about you, generally speaking. So
gotcha.
If I, killed a ghost, right?
Yeah.
And you got 2% there, and you are a known Lankarmai, right?
Yeah.
And I have that at 6%, right? Then, and you can break it down to like this if you want. 1 to 2, 3 to 6, right? So that when you roll, when you roll the D100, you know that on a 1 to 2, they know that you killed the ghost. And if, of course, you roll above it, you don't succeed. They don't know who you are.
Got it. Okay,
again,
cool.
That's just a way to kind of make people. It's a way to kind of track your deeds, for one thing. I think that's really cool. But also, you can use it to augment. Right, augmenting is pretty freeform in the game, so you can kind of treat it like a passion, where you augment. You roll your reputation to see if they've heard of you, and use that as a bonus, like a social check or something.
Got it. Okay, cool. Yeah. Anything else we need to do between sessions?
Just the magic.
Magic, finish up skills.
Magic skills, yeah.
Yeah, I'll write down kind of like the names of various things.
Yeah, you have to determine the lores. But yeah, beyond that, that's pretty much it. I'll be sure to get you guys draw characters. Yeah, I'll be sure to try to find like some art. Maybe make a little Pinterest board to have like a visual reference for like the architecture, stuff like that.
Cool.
But yeah, anything that we missed, I'll send to you guys. But is it?
Right on.
Sweet. Oh, we should also come up with names for our characters.
Yeah.
That'll be for the game.
Yeah. Do we? Are we playing next weekend? What are we doing?
I'm
sure.
down.
Unless something crazy happens.
Yep. I am down.
All right. Awesome. I'm looking forward to it.
It'll be a good time. I will end the stream here. Thanks for watching, Nicholas. Nicholas has been hanging out.